boy.
To clinch her second title of the season. Indeed. Brandon. There it is. Nice. Bang.
Winning shot. Simo.
Oof. This is what it's about.
The 5 scenarios I gave you were enough.
Well, I had to write down. And then I saw that, and I'm like, that's actually a great question.
It is a good question.
That was actually not mentioned. We didn't get that specific.
The most important one, though, and this could happen, is that Jordan misses the show and Wei wins Player of the Year right now, tonight.
All right, so 21 and 22, which is channel 5, I beg your pardon. We'll have the 1 versus 2 and the 3 versus 4. It'll be Pluhowski versus Cote, Snodgrass versus Crawley. Again, the difference between Cote, Snodgrass, and Crawley is all but 5 pins. That's seeds 2,
And Cote
3, 4
could
right
still
now.
miss the show.
Yeah, I mean, all of
She's
this
the
is
two,
happening.
she's number 2 right now, and she could fall off the show. So that's sort of similar to the Tournament of Champions that Kelly Kulick won. Tony Reyes was second going into the position round and missed the show.
Was Kelly out of the show at that moment?
No, she wasn't. She was on the show, but she improved her position. She shot 260 the last game and got the number 2 seed. And Mika got the 3 seed. Rhino got the 4 seed by 1 pin over Pete Weber. Tony Reyes ended up finishing 2 spots off the show after being second going into the position round.
At the U.S. Women's Open, when Jordan had the big game to take the top overall seed, did anyone fall off the show? Or was it just a push down? I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember either.
I believe it was just some swaps. Yeah. I don't think anybody got pushed out.
Yeah, the big story was Jordan led the tournament for 1 game.
1 game. 1 game. Well, then Channel 6 will have your 5 versus 6. Lauren Russo versus Dasha Kovalova, and your 7 versus 8. Stephanie Zavala and Jillian Lim.
And Jillian Lim's still alive. We've seen it happen before. In fact, there was one tournament I remember where it was a 2-sided bowling center, and Tommy Jones was in 9th, bowled 300 the last game, and ended up making the show, and nobody knew because we couldn't see that side of the bowling center. We knew there was some cheering going on, but he bowled 300, and we had the scores figured out, and then someone came over and said, wait a minute, Tommy just shot 300. We said, oh, Bill O'Neill might be off the show.
Wow.
So that's not going to happen here because we'll be able to see Jillian. But she could still bowl 300 and make the show.
Thanks to the power of technology. And new Ethernet cables. Thanks, Chase and Patrick.
Lizard.
All right, so I'm gonna do something that's probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna give people 3 minutes. If you don't understand anything about what's about to take place, just ask us right now, because there's a lot happening, and I do want people to understand what they're watching.
Consider this a Q&A.
And how it, each scenario has implications or which players, etc. So I'm gonna try to just start from the top. All right, just to recap. Shannon Pluhowski is about the safest bet going right now at plus 1225. This morning I said she was quietly on the Amtrak going coast to coast while everyone else around her had boarded all of the major airlines and were zigzagging and zooming in the skies. And there's Shannon at the bottom on the railroad track, just going from New York to Seattle. Nobody's paying attention. Or Seattle to Rochester in this case, or Phoenix to Rochester, which actually would play. So there she is at plus 1225. So then Brianna Cote is second at plus 1107. 3 pins back of Cote is Jordan Snodgrass at plus 1104. Then there's Verity Crawley, who has been on the roller coaster, but man, you talking about getting off the coaster and just riding the ship. She's done a fantastic job of that. I am very impressed with how she's handled things here today. Plus 1102. Again, that's just a 5-pin difference between second and fourth. Then there is Lauren Russo at plus 1067. Okay? Plus 1067, Lauren Russo in 5th place. By the way, Lauren has won 17 matches through 23 games. That is the highest of any player to this point. Jordan and Verity both with 16 match wins, along with Josie Barnes. Dasha Kovalova is 29 pins back of 5th at 1038. And then there's Stephanie Zavala, 43 back at 1024. Jillian Lim has kept herself in it. That was the player I was telling you to circle when we began the competition tonight. She is 8th at plus 916. 151 pins back. Josie Barnes is a 173 pins back, just as an FYI. And then there's New Wave Finn, 10th. She's 223 pins back. As JT mentioned, she could increase or improve her standing, which would then also have Player of the Year possible implications still. So the warm-up pairs are on for the players. And of course, the staff taking all the time necessary to get the scores right, and then once those are right, then Rick Barbera and the bowling center staff, then they work to get the names in the proper pairs, because obviously they've got the schedule pre-built until you get to position round. Then you have to do it manually. That's a kind of a peek behind the curtain. People wonder why it takes so long in certain situations. You have to physically or manually enter the names and where they need to be.
What's really interesting about these practice pairs is, like, at the U.S. Open, I don't think a single person touches them. Right? Practice pairs come on,
right.
Nobody bowls. Right now,
right.
Everybody is bowling. Literally everybody except our top 4.
Yeah. They just asked, do we get practice like normal?
Yeah.
And that's all they're waiting on.
Right. They're just chilling.
They
like,
just
all
need the
4
5
of them are
minutes and
just
they're good.
hanging out right now.
Look at Bree. I mean, just not a care in the world. Look at her. But hey, that's how you stay loose.
It's crazy that every person was practicing. Like, normally people are just like, can we bowl? Are we good? Do we even need the 5 minutes on the pair before we start? I just thought that was funny.
Sid, let me open it up to you here. When I know you missed this morning and we talked, and I told you at the beginning before we started that this could be the most chaotic day and certainly position round that we've seen in a while. Mm-hmm. It'll be a little less chaotic, but still chaotic nonetheless. But if you include the Player of the Year portion, it's just as chaotic. What have you taken away so far? Now, obviously, we're not even done yet, but what have you taken away just kind of from watching your own peers in some of these moments, like a Verity Crawley, for example?
You know what's funny about that is I have my phone just died, so you're going to have to believe me, but...
okay.
But
Would you like a cable?
No,
okay.
It'll be fine. But on my phone, I have a screensaver. That's one of the options. You know how on iPhones you can have different options for your screensavers now? You know what I'm talking about?
Hold on, Robin was...
Okay.
Because she's introducing the top players.
Versus Brianna Cote, who won her first major in this building. Can she go back?
She's giving the run. She'll probably go down to about
23 and 24.
7th, 8th-ish.
Looking for her first major, but this would be her 4th consecutive tour championship telecast in making this show. Versus Verity Crawley. Sorry. Verity Crawley, who went an unprecedented 8-0 in the first round of match play, looking for her first major title and third overall. On lanes 29 and 30, we have Lauren Russo, a champion in her own right, looking for her first major title and her second consecutive major telecast, with being on the U.S. Women's Open show earlier in the year versus Dasha Kovalova. 5-time champion, a Queen's champion. Can she add to her resume? But 43 pins behind, we have Stephanie Zavala looking for title number 7 and another tour championship. Who is going to do it? 130 pins are available. We've had some really big games. We're about to find out right here, right now. Competitors, your lanes are coming on for 5 minutes of warm-up.
All right, Sid, back at it.
Anyways, shout out to Robin for the intros. But on my phone, I have one of the options for my screensavers is a quote from Verity when she won in Michigan. I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name of the tournament, but she won an event in Michigan, and it was right after the Queens, and she flagged the cut at the Queens.
Oh, yeah.
And in her interview, she said, "Never give up. You can come back from anything." Right, and that stuck with me. And I feel like Verity really lives by that, right? She had a really bad round in the second round. I missed the first round. You'll have to excuse me. I was handling my day job, but missed the second round this morning, and I look at the scores, and I was baffled is the word I would use. Like, I was very surprised to see that from her. But at the same time, I'm not surprised to see her bounce back the way that she did. I think she's just built like that. To have adversity hit her and she says, yeah, so what? Like, I'm going to come back. It doesn't define me. So, impressive work by Verity in this moment. To only be, she was leading and then went 2-6, including a 134 and a 169 and a 187 and a 203 loss in there. Right, and with the scoring pace that's very low, to only be 5 pins back of second?
Crazy.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And for the record, my phone is almost always dead. Almost always. It's such a bad habit. I just don't plug it in at night. Like, I just...
So you're the opposite of what everyone else does.
Actively choose not to. I'll think about it while I'm laying there. I'm like, I should plug in my phone. Oh, it's at 40%? Well, that'll make it to the alarm. That's the rationale in my head. If it makes it to the alarm, it's at a fine battery percentage.
One, 2, 3, and 4. Those names will change momentarily, so don't fret. That was a really good note. I forgot about that. This is number 4, fourth consecutive, or it could be, excuse me, it's not set in stone yet. The 4th consecutive tour championship show for Jordan. Hey, you just look at all of the shows she's made. It's such a, man, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, just for the record, I'm off the air, right?
Nope. But now you are.
Competitors, you have about a minute remaining in your warm-up. Just a reminder, bowling fans, no flash photography. We also ask you to silence your phones to prevent distractions. plays that area in front of the orange tape. That belongs to our athletes and authorized personnel. Also, please know live streaming as well TV is our exclusive provider for the PWBA tour.
By the way, folks, we were talking about tear down. Nothing spicy. My wife has one of those chargers you set your phone on at night. She puts her phone on it and her Apple Watch on it as well. Juan, I want to, you know what? And that's a great point. Before this thing ends, and thank you, Juan, but thanks to everyone who has watched Bowl TV this season at the National PWBA Tour, of course. We appreciate you through all of the hiccups and difficulties and even all through the cool and very good things. We appreciate you for hanging in there. Thank you so much. It is a pleasure. We're not done after this, though. We got regional competition this weekend, so there will still be plenty of PWBA competition for the remainder of 2025.
The TV show, $50,000, a major champion on the line right here, right now. These women have shown all season why they are the best in the world. Let's hear it for them. Give them a huge round of applause. The 2025 PWBA Tour Championship.
All right. Sorry, the players who, of course, are a little too far back at the moment, getting those hand claps on the high end. All right, Lauren Russo underway. Of course, Shannon Pluhowski was the first to get going. She did start with a split. Again, seats 2, 3, and 4 are separated by 5 pins, so they are battling for seeding. I tell you, if Zavala gets going, some folks might start hearing some footsteps. And it ain't the Isley brothers.
What? We were doing so good. And I don't know what that means at all. 2 for 3 is good, though. I'll take 66%. I'm normally at 0. It's only up from there.
Nice early strike here from Jillian Lim. Dasha Kovalova, 3-6 to deal with. Last time we saw Dasha, of course, that was Game 7. She did shoot 247. And of course, now she misses the spare and then goes through the nose, 5 split. If Zavala gets like just the front 5 here, we all know what's possible. Oof. But if she keeps doing that, and that is just throwing good shots and putting the ball where it needs to be, still could be in business. Oh, nice there, Dasha. Keep that one in mind in case she makes the show.
It's one of those ones that as a player, you're like, I literally just missed the 3-6. Now I'm going to make
Great
the 3, 4, 6, 7,
Great
10.
point.
This is when you come back and you're like, cool. No doubt. Uncharacteristic miscue off camera from Stephanie Zavala missing the 10 pin in the second frame.
Important for Cote to try to obviously beat Puhalski here. You know, if Shannon bowls a good game and doesn't win, she's okay. If Cote wins, she's again trying to make sure she remains as the number 2 seed as best as she can. Oof. That is not the compounding interest you want. Inside look at Russo. That's a big yes from husband Matt. It's a huge early 3-bagger. Zavala, bounce it. Boy, if Zavala comes up short here, that would be 2 consecutive shows this week. She would just miss. That one's a bit lazy down lane for Brie Cote. Dasha does not have a good read on 29 and 30 so far.
No, every shot has gone high, some sort of 3-pin combination.
All right, Verity, spare 3-bagger. Again, currently nestled into the 4th position. Great shot, but that just split the 8-9 beautifully. Needed that one. Arizona versus Arizona, the 1 versus 2. Phoenix versus Tucson. Puhalski versus Cote. And the 7-pin remains for Jillian Lim. Wrap 10 this time for Cote. The family in the building. Snodgrass. And that is through the nose, 6-10. Good shot. Lauren did open up competition this morning with this evening with 299.
Lauren's in that same boat for me as Verity, right? Overcoming adversity. Think about where she started the tournament. Right, scoring pace automatically high. Started out the tournament with a 140 and some change.
144.
144.
Yeah, 144 game 1 yesterday for Lauren. And she backed it up with 240, 260, 240 and has been in the mix ever since.
Interesting note, Lauren's throwing 2 different bowling balls.
Oh, Verity.
Left lane, Lauren's throwing a original theorem. It looks like right lane theorem solid. So she's obviously seeing a difference in those two lanes.
Must-have double right there from Dosh.
Great break there for V. Could easily big forward instead 4-pin only.
Obviously a really good match brewing here between Snodgrass and Crawley, but both, of course, just trying to remain in the top 5. Would love to improve the seeding. And now Jillian with the 2-8. Jillian Lim, the 2025 Rookie of the Year this year on tour. Hadn't made a show yet. Was trying to make a show here at the end of the season. Oh, send it, Lauren Russo.
That was a fast one. Even in the slow-mo replay, that was fast.
Her ball is sneaky fast.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it does pack a punch when it gets down to it. Lauren did finish 10th earlier in the week at the Rochester Open. Missed the cash number at the Pepsi Open. Didn't like it? Maybe? Great break. High flush there. Bree looks like she's into something different with regard to equipment. Looks a little bit of a darker green, maybe an IQAI, something like that.
Yep, you're correct.
Double there from Shannon Pluhowski. Hang around a little bit. Cote, though, it needs the 30 bonus more, and now trouble for Verity Crawley. Jordan Snodgrass. If she finishes third or higher, Again, the player of the year still not decided, and that's because New Wei Finn is down there. A pretty solid pace here to shoot 250. If she does improve her standing, speaking of Wei, then Jordan might have to jump into the number 2 spot tonight, like during this game, or after, I should say, to lock up player of the year. That's a lot of ifs still for Wei. Certainly at that point too, of course, if Russo goes off the sheet, still got 2:58 left. And of course that would be a victory. You're looking at how far in front she could get, potentially in front of a Snodgrass or a Crawley. And now single pins starting to pop up. Celia Lim's max score is 234. Stephanie Zavala can get to 237. Boy. Cote there with the big 4. Crawley can shoot 245. And now the best Jordan can do is 228. Oof. Okay. Off camera, Russo just struck. Max score is 247 for Lauren. Dasha is to go off the sheet at this point to force Lauren Russo then to mark in the 10th frame to make the show. First one is good. Trying to keep her honest. Dasha, speaking of Lauren.
I'm just watching this Stephanie Zavala situation unfold. She can get to 247. Is that right? Matt?
237.
237, never mind. My math may not be as fun, but my worry is Brianna Cote down there.
I see where you were going with that.
I was trying to give her 10 bonus.
Wei Finn opened in the 10th for 211.
211 and a dub.
And a dub is correct. That is plus 41 for Wei. That's important just from the, again, player of the year situation. That is 885. Mathematician. Dasha was so good today. Looks like she's going to be a little bit short. Verity. Oh. And that sounds like a reward from what she endured this morning. There is a path still for Zavala. 6 into the 10, and then again, maybe. Oh.
I know this is crazy, but Bree's going to take a re-rack here.
Zavala's max is 1091, by the way, if she does go off the sheet. That's including the win.
1091 off the sheet, so Bree can max at, I think it was 198.
She was at 198.
Okay, so that would put her at 1105.
Yep.
Which would keep her on the show.
Yep.
All right. That's assuming maximums.
Dasha, of course, at 202. She's at 1040. Russo spare strike gets her to 27. Takes care of the spare. Her max is now at 1124. First shot, Cote. Oh, no. 4, 7, 10, Cote.
Okay, Stephanie Zavala.
Although it says 8, it should be 7. So keep that up. Keep that in mind. Zavala, it's in her hands. Bang. She doesn't know it yet, and it's clear. She's just doesn't know. She's just trying to throw the best shots possible.
I feel like the only reason she has a clue in this moment is tour reps and her team saying, okay, go get it. Right, that's the cue.
Snodgrass strike can get to 205. Verity's already got the victory, of course. Silence in the building. Zavala! Gosh. If another 4-pin, Sid, is the culprit. She left a 4-pin against Liz Johnson to deny her a spot on the show. She would be at 1080. She was. There was no doubt.
Sorry, I said that off the air, so you sound like you were talking to yourself. I was saying to our producer, I think Bree was waiting to understand the situation before she shot the spare.
Oh, she might make this thing. Wow.
I have a feeling, because Bree's going to understand the situation, right? I have a feeling Bree needed that. So Bree is 166.
It's actually 165.
165.
Got one.
165.
Not all the way over yet. Yes, 164 with that count, and now it's over. Ricote at 1071. Stephanie Zavala at 1080. And oh my. Snodgrass, by the way, at 1108. Shannon Pluhowski is going to be the #1 seed. That was not in doubt. Verity. What you got over there, JT? 1165 Verity. All right, 1165 for Verity. So right now, Pluhowski, Verity, Snodgrass 3, Zavala. I'm sorry. Yes, Russo 3. Looking at the wrong. Oh, I don't have a score for Russo. I didn't write it down. Thank you. All right, so there we go. Pluhowski, Crawley, Russo, Snodgrass, Zavala.
So if you're correct, Snodgrass has to win a match tomorrow night.
And then we'll go to the update with regard to Player of the Year. On the air? Okay. We'll wait to the official announcement, and then we'll get the update for the Player of the Year.
Our number 5 seed is a 6-time champion, looking for her second title of the season and her second tour championship. From Long Beach, California, Miss Stephanie Zavala. In the opening match, she will face our number 4 seed, who's looking for her first major championship. This is her 4th consecutive tour championship telecast. Please welcome from Adrian, Michigan, Miss Jordan Snodgrass.
Jordan makes tour championship show number 4 in a row.
The winner of that match goes on to face our number 3 seed. 1 title to her name, looking for her first major. From O'Fallon, Missouri, Miss Lauren Russo. The winner of that match goes on to face our number 2 seed, a 2-time champion looking for her first major. From England, Miss Verity Crawley. And our number 1 seed, now a 5-time champion looking for title number 6 in her 3rd major overall. From Dayton, Ohio, Miss Shannon Pluhowski. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your top 5 for our live stepladder finals happening tomorrow evening right here on CBS Sports Network. $50,000 on the line and the opportunity to add themselves to history. Who is it going to be? Here, ABC Gatesville in the 2025 PWBA Tour Championship. What a way to end the 10th anniversary season here. We hope that everyone is coming out. We thank you all for all the support all week long. Rochester, you guys have been amazing. We hope to see you tomorrow. Right here, right now, it's going down. The last major of the year.
Five finalists. Of course, they are receiving their instructions. Again, congrats again to all 5 finalists receiving their instructions. A lot of emotion in multiple ways. A lot of tears. Brianna Cote, unfortunately, goes from on the show to off the show. From second to out. So it's Pluhowski, all right, so Pluhowski, Crawley, Russo, Snodgrass, Zavala. Whew. We got Stephanie Zavala. I don't know if she's got us right now.
Hi.
She's here. Stephanie,
What just happened?
Exactly. That's what I thought you might say. So with that said, you tell me what just happened out there.
I don't know. I really don't know. I was so mad for missing the 10 pin, and then the 710 is pretty on par for the last 72 games that I've bowled in this building. And all of a sudden I hear Joey scream when I got the first one, the 10th. And then he's like hyping me. He's like, take a deep breath. You need to take your time. Throw a good shot. And I was like, what the heck? Like, do I even have a chance? Like, I just thought, okay, end the season on a good note. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the first shot obviously was great, and then the reaction suggested to me either you weren't aware of the situation, or either way, what the situation, no matter what the situation was, you were just trying to throw a good shot in the moment, because you've been in these situations before where you know there could be things going on that you don't know about, and you could sneak in, which is exactly what happened. When you just think about all 24 games and the roller coaster that generally is a 24-game round-robin match play setting, is there anything that you can hang your hat on these last couple of days, even this whole week being here?
5 minutes ago, I would have been going home saying 3 games, 3 single pins, 90 bonus pins. And now I guess I'm just proud of myself. I never gave up once, no matter what the situation was. I mean, 24 games is brutal. Round robin is brutal. It's all about catching people at the right time, and I definitely felt like I wasn't catching people at the right time. It felt like I was really having to work hard for the pins that I did get, and I don't know, I guess I'm just very proud of myself for just never giving up. And I still really, I don't know what just happened. Like, I saw Chris fall to his knees when I 4-pinned, and then the tears started flowing because I was like, great, if I needed it, I didn't get it.
Right.
And then when Daria came to hug me, she was like, it's not over, it's not over. I was like, someone tell me what's happening.
Are you someone in that moment, would you have preferred to be told exactly the situation, or did you... It played out the way it played out. Was that good for you?
98% of the time, I want to know the situation, and 98% of the time, I'm an excellent bowl mather, so I will always know what I need and when I need it.
Okay.
In this particular instance, in this game, I was just throwing the ball out of like a little bit of anger behind it, frustration. I was like, well, if I strike, I don't have to keep bowling longer, because in my brain, I had already paid attention to the match that was happening next to me, and I was like, it's done, it's over, just bowl. And so in that particular situation, I think it was best to not tell me. But yeah, normally I do like to know.
Well, you've won this tournament before. And obviously not necessarily the least favorite memory, but it's always my favorite memory. You shoot 96 back in 2021 in Game 1 of the Tour Championship. We told the story yesterday, and then you went on to make the show and go 330 what odd over. Much different scenario here, but here you are again. Emil,
I'm a very superstitious person. I don't know if you know this, but I shot 299 that year. I'm throwing the Wolverine in the same part of the lane, doing the same shape. I wasn't in at the first block, then I had a banger of a second block, and then I made the show the year that I won. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know, I'm superstitious, and I like the way everything's lining up.
All right, so you've been on multiple shows, so you know how that part works. You understand this lane pattern, but you also know tomorrow's animal is just completely different. So early thoughts just on the TV pair and kind of what you're looking forward to within the practice and how you'll try to set things up for yourself.
Obviously, I have to talk with Chris and my ball reps, but I do think I will throw urethane in the practice session. That's what I've done for the last 24 games, just to kind of drag the pattern a little bit, because my game plan is definitely going to be to stand left and bank it off the right. And if it looks anything like it did today, I think we're going to be in a really good spot. But TV lights, the atmosphere, everything's going to be different, but I like the challenge. I like fighting for things and doing it the hard way, but at least I'm in.
You are not only in, but you're about to go for title number 7. You had some opportunities, obviously, a couple of days ago with the Pepsi Open. There was some heartbreak there. I'm not going to lie, when you left that 4-pin, I'm like, is it going to be another 4-pin that's going to be the denier of a show? And it was not.
Thank
was not.
Emil, I was due for a break.
It was not. Anything you'd like to say or add before we close it out for?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I hope you're breathing. Hi, Baby B. And
I hope they are too.
Everyone. I'm sure my phone is blowing up right now, but love you guys, and I'll call you guys in a second.
All right. We'll let you get to the TV interviews and such. Congrats.
Thank
nice
you.
job. That is Stephanie Zavala. She's got some TV interviews to handle. And with that said, we've got a show to close out here in a moment. Boy. I mean, how crazy was that, right? About as crazy as you can get. I knew it would be. We had been talking about it all day long. So let's just make sure we got SP, we've got Verity Crawley, Shannon Plowski, that is, SP. And we've got Lauren Russo. Then we have Jordan Snodgrass. And we have, of course, Stephanie Zavala. With that said, the Player of the Year, award is going to be determined tomorrow. Hey, there's Little John. Player of the Year is going to be determined tomorrow. Jordan has to win a match, from what I understand. Jordan has to win a match. That's the update I got right before the introductions happened, and Sid was correct. Jordan has to win the opening match, so she has to beat Stephanie Zavala to win Player of the Year. So things are still not over. We got a Player of the Year race. Hi, Rocio. We got a Player of the Year race to determine tomorrow, and, of course, the final major champion to determine tomorrow as well. I think we got through everything. Mr. Producer, are we out on everything? Did we get through everything today?
This is it, man.
Okay.
We're done.
This is it. This is it. This is the last stop, the national touring season. So with that said, a lot of thank yous. We'll start with the Bowl TV community because they're normally last on our thank yous before we go off the air, but we're going to start there first because we thank you for watching and tuning in and being as cool as you are and hanging with us through the good times and the bad times. So we appreciate you. Congrats to all of our giveaway winners. Congrats to our Pursuit for the Pins winners this week and all season. Thank you to our crew, of course, this week. Jason Thomas, Caleb Smiley, Curtis Von Kruger, Patrick Martinez. Throughout the season, Mike Flanagan joined us for a bit. We had Spencer Mosier, Leah Zweig, Jim Callahan was out. Brian Kane, Dave Lamont, of course, not out here, but, of course, just on Bowl TV in general. Our entire Bowl TV crew who handled everything across all of our tours this summer. Craig Elliott as well. And anybody I miss, obviously Chase Kaufman and everybody back at HQ. From here, of course, our tournament staff, Robin Graves, Damon Sirocco, Donovan Grubau, Devin Green, phenomenal work. Of course, Curtis and Caleb have done excellent work with regard to video content. Big thanks to Sydney Brummett for joining me throughout the season, of course, in the booth and during our Bowl TV Stepladder Finals. Throughout the season, or I should say for the last portion of our regional season, we'll have Julia Bond. She's actually going to be working with Curtis coming up this weekend in Columbus. We'll have Stephanie Johnson out for some regionals as well. Courtney Ermish will join us for a couple, and perhaps Sid also. I want to thank everybody here at ABC Gates Bowl and all of our proprietors throughout the season. Here, Kelvin Parker, Russ Vallone, Dave, the entire crew and staff here, phenomenal. They got a lot of work to do tonight, so we're going to get out of their way. We want to thank, obviously, the United States Bowling Congress and the USBC Board, the Bowling Proprietors Association of America, and the BPAA Board. Thank you to Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the USBC and the PWBA. All of our gold partners here on the PWBA Tour, Kegel, Storm, Brunswick, Go Bowling, and Lane Talk. We appreciate all of them. The Professional Women's Bowling Association, everybody involved and associated with it. Once again, you, the Bowl TV community, and let's see. I'm going to look to the chat just to make sure I don't forget anybody. Again, tomorrow, Dave Ryan, Sydney Brummett will have the call for you. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be right here at ABC Gates Bowl. If you're local, I encourage you to come out. There might still be some good tickets available. If you are not local, please set your DVRs if you cannot watch it live on CBS Sports Network. With that said, it is time to bid you adieu. My name is Emil Williams Jr. It's always a pleasure, folks. It's an opportunity that I do not take lightly. I thank you so much for hanging out. I'm getting long in the tooth in this job, so to be perfectly honest with you, everything from year to year is exactly that. It's a game time decision. So we never quite know what's going to take place in 2026. If I'm here next year, it would be year number 10. We'll see what happens in the next 5 to 6 months. I will be, however, on several regionals to close out 2025. So for sure, this will be not the last time you will see me right here on Bowl TV. With that said, I'll probably see you next year in some way or some fashion. Don't worry about it. For Patrick Martinez, Curtis Von Kruger, Sydney Brummett, Jason Thomas, and our entire crew and staff, my name is Emil Williams Jr. saying so long for now. Congrats again. Shannon Pluhowsky, your number 1 seed. Verity Crawley, the number 2 seed. Lauren Russo, the number 3 seed. Jordan Snodgrass, the 4 seed. And Stephanie Zavala is your number 5 seed. Jordan has to beat Stephanie to win Player of the Year. If that does not happen, New Wave Finn will be your 2025 Player of the Year. So that storyline carries over into the Tour Championship. All right, now I'm done. Thank you all for our entire crew and staff. I'm Emil Williams Jr. We will see you tomorrow. Ro is going to say hi one more time. Hi, Rocio. Time to get this thing out the way. This has been a presentation of the PWBA Tour Championship. We love you, good people. The 2025 season was fantastic. What a way to end the 10th anniversary. For all of our crew and staff, we will see you tomorrow. CBS Sports Network, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This has been Bowl TV. And remember, bowling lives here. Good night.